Hey guys, I'm late like usual, but when has that ever stopped me? Last week, Corekeeper had a small update as part of a crossover event with the game Abiotic Factor, a first-person survival crafting game which just had a big update of its own. Presumably in celebration, the developers have teamed up to bring a discounted games bundle to Steam, and Corekeeper has now seen the introduction of a new Abiotic Factor themed structure, complete with a full set of equipment and a new pet to obtain, a brand new enemy unique to the area, and of course all of the decorations found in the building. Now, if you know anything about my channel, you'll know that I'm basically like an Amazon item reviewer, but for video games made with pixel art. So, yeah, that means I'll be taking a look at the new equipment today. We're gonna get right into it, and first, there's the Researcher's Armor, the inspiration for which you can see featured on a character in a piece of promotional art for Abiotic Factor. Researcher's Armor as a whole provides 61 additional health, 4 green glow, a 7% chance not to lose equipment durability when taking damage, and 7.5% extra movement speed. Honestly, I think that this armor is a little underwhelming. Most other early game sets of its level, like its literal level, which is 7, provide additional stats along with health to boost either survivability or damage, which this one doesn't. And while it does provide a useful movement speed boost, the Soaring Armor set does that better already. It does everything else better too. That is what it is, but the main point of the Researcher's Armor is to be thematic, not functional. I mean, functionality is a point, it's just not the main one that went into consideration when making this armor set. At least, that's what I imagine. Anyways, if you find the structure before getting any of the other level 7 armor sets, this is the easiest armor you can get, since the full set is always located right there on an armor stand, so it certainly still has a use case. And regardless of the point in the game you get it, the Researcher's Armor always be looking fresh as hell, so realistically there's always a use case for it. Now that we've donned our snazzy new fit, let's check out the weapons. First is the Pipe Club, a simple melee weapon with a base damage between 269 and 327, an attack rate of 1.25 per second, and a 36% chance to knock back enemies on hit. It's a simple, brutish weapon, which is actually nearly identical to the Larva Spike Club. Obviously, the offensive stats are mixed around a little bit here, but the statistical damage output is almost exactly the same. So if you like using the Larva Spike Club, the only consideration is that it requires beating Gorm to craft it, while the Pipe Club requires exploring and finding the Abiotic Factor scene. And other than that, which one to use is completely up to preference. The second crossover weapon is the Quill Rifle, which has some serious potential. The Quill Rifle is a gun that has very low base damage, but also has the fastest fire rate in the game at 4 attacks per second. It also provides an 18.7% ranged damage boost. Altogether, this means that the Quill Rifle has the exact same damage per second as the Iron Bow, which is the other level 7 ranged weapon, and funnily enough, both of them technically outperform the Scarlet Crossbow, which is supposed to be the next weapon in the hierarchy. While these weapons are comparable, I think the Quill Rifle actually has significantly higher potential because of the weakness detection ability in the ranged combat skill tree. This skill at max level gives the player a 10% chance on a ranged hit to increase their critical hit chance to 100% for a short time. I've found this effect to be honestly overpowered in my limited time playing the game, and since the activation rate is reliant solely on how many times you can hit the enemy, the Quill Rifle is by default the best weapon for doing so, and by a large margin too, so I'd be really interested to see how strong this thing can actually be. And note that all of this is after the weapon already got nerfed in the recent stability patch, so it was definitely broken before, and it might still be now, I'm just not sure yet. Anyways, the final thing to take a look at is the new pet, the electro pet. Yes, this is the same creature that you find as the new enemy in the AF building, which at a second glance kinda looks like an electronic hedgehog or something, with these spikes sticking out of its back. It also uses them like a certain well-known hedgehog might, and ends up attacking about as much like Sonic as it can get without actually being Sonic. The electro pet is a melee attacking pet, obviously, which has a chance to stun enemies on hit. This is similar to the Sub-Terrier, but the electro pet has a higher chance to stun, making it a crowd control specialist among the pets. It also has a unique ability that continuously deals radioactive damage to all enemies around it, so so that's pretty cool too. You can make use of it along with all this other cool equipment in the update, or not, because maybe you don't like what kinda looks like Core Keeper's version of a Mecha Koopa following you around. Anyways, that's going to be the end of the video. Great stuff from the Core Keeper team as usual. This crossover leaves me wanting to check out Abiotic Factor, and I might just do that, so keep an eye out for anything disastrously scientific being posted on the channel. It may be time to highlight an awesome new game soon. That's all for today though, and I will see you in the next one.